Is Zach Edey a top draft pick in the making? Or is he destined to be labeled as just another bust? It's a question that has divided basketball fans for quite some time now. Despite the skepticism from some quarters, NBA executives seem to have a different perspective. So, is Zach Edey destined for greatness, or will he fall short of expectations? Let's get into it. Former Purdue center Zach Edey has been a polarizing figure among fans, with many questioning whether his impressive college performances will translate to success in the NBA. However, behind the scenes, there's a growing buzz surrounding Edey's potential. NBA executives are singing his praises, with some even touting him as a lottery pick or even a top 10 prospect, citing his impressive analytics and skill set. So, what's the truth? Is Edey destined for greatness? Or is he just another player who will struggle to make an impact at the next level? His journey from a young Torontonian who liked baseball and hockey to a massive 6'10" 8th grader who had never touched a basketball is the stuff of legends. He didn't decide to try hoops until he grew to an impressive height of about 7'2" as a sophomore in high school. And even then, he went unnoticed, quietly switching to the esteemed IMG Academy in Florida. Despite being ranked as little as number 436 in his class by 24/7 Sports, he was hardly seen on the recruiting trail when he decided to commit to Purdue. However, nobody realized that Edey was going to change the course of underdog stories and rise to prominence in the collegiate basketball scene. Physically, Zach Edey is impossible to overlook. As an NBA draft prospect, however, he presents a more complex picture. Standing at 7'4" and weighing 300 pounds, Edey is like a Rorschach test. His potential varies widely depending on who you ask. The team with the most creative vision for him will dictate his draft position. As a polarizing figure in this draft, those who favor him see his massive size and impressive scoring ability in the paint, eyeing him as a mid to late first-round pick. Critics, however, focus on his defensive vulnerabilities and limited passing and face-up skills, placing him somewhere between the 30th and 45th pick as a reliable backup. Edey's allure stems from his sheer size and his dominance in college basketball over the past 2 years. Standing tall enough to rival San Antonio Spurs rookie sensation Victor Wembanyama as the NBA's tallest player, Edey's 300-pound frame would also make him the league's heaviest player, surpassing Phoenix Suns' Yusuf Nurkic. His impressive stats and accolades, averaging 24 points and nearly 12 rebounds per game, and poised to be named National Player of the Year for the second consecutive season, paint a picture of a player who, in another era, would be a surefire lottery pick. However, with the NBA evolving into a fast-paced, long-range shooting game, college big men like Zach Edey are evaluated differently by scouts and GMs. The success of Denver Nuggets center Nikola Jokic and Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid has brought some renewed appreciation for big players, but their value lies as much in their point guard-like skills as their size. Jokic and Embiid are exceptionally skilled and able to play comfortably on the perimeter. In contrast, the traditional Edey-type center, which relies primarily on size and presence in the paint, is becoming nearly obsolete in today's NBA. Edey is indeed a throwback to a bygone era of basketball. He excels at using his immense size and strength to dominate the paint, draw fouls, and establish strong positions under the basket. Edey has a talent for offensive rebounding and putbacks, possesses a soft touch around the rim, and can effectively execute a right-handed jump hook with his back to the basket. Additionally, he's a reliable free throw shooter at 71.5%. However, in today's NBA, which emphasizes drive and kick strategies and requires players to be versatile threats facing the basket, Edey's lack of a perimeter game is a significant drawback. However, that almost obsolete status leaves room for the possibility that a team in need of size might prioritize Edey. Some coaches still value having a formidable screen setter and a reliable post scorer for specific situations. In this sense, Edey might find a kindred spirit in Zaza Pachulia. Listed at 6'11" and 270 pounds, Pachulia started every game for the 2017 championship-winning Golden State Warriors, taking most of his shots within 3 feet of the rim and serving primarily as a human shield to free up the Warriors' shooters. Despite being a second-round pick and playing for his 6th team by then, Pachulia's role was crucial. Yet the NBA's focus on transition offense and three-point shooting has only intensified since then, making it an even steeper climb for players like Edey to find their niche. If Edey has an edge, it's that there are relatively few quality centers in this year's draft. The University of Connecticut's Donovan Clingan, Baylor's Yves Missi, and the Frenchman Alexander Sarr, currently with the NBL's Perth Wildcats, are his main competitors. However, none possesses Edey's unique combination of girth and efficiency around the rim. He excels as a prolific low-post scorer, leveraging his size to score over his left shoulder with a deft touch and capitalizing on putbacks off the offensive glass. His massive frame generates an almost unprecedented free throw rate, and he converts them at an above-average rate for a center. Despite his scoring prowess, Edey is a below-average passer who struggles to see the floor and make quick decisions when doubled. While his movement has improved, he remains a defensive liability in any coverage that requires him to venture outside the paint. Edey does appear to have slimmed down and toned his upper body, but in the NBA, he'll be up against athletes just as big and far more athletic. It's not that he can't be developed to play at the high post or initiate the offense with dribble handoffs, but he needs to become quicker and more agile. While he's improved at passing out of double teams, he might not face many because teams now look for players with true size to defend the likes of Embiid and Jokic, both of whom can dominate inside and step out to the three-point line. These players are big, mobile, have excellent hands, and possess strong ball handling skills, areas where Edey still lags. Edey also hasn't shown any shooting range outside of the paint, having attempted just 2 3-pointers this season and making only one of them. Even Brook Lopez entered the league with a reliable mid-range jumper. Yet, some NBA talent evaluators suggest that Edey's limited shot selection and ball handling could be a result of Purdue coach Matt Painter utilizing Edey's immense strength around the rim. His private workouts with NBA teams could significantly alter perceptions of his limitations and showcase his potential to adapt to the modern game. Where Edey could make his biggest impact is in reshaping how the NBA views massive centers. Historically, when faced with no clear-cut choice, NBA teams often opt for bigger, stronger players. Edey, as the most efficient, biggest, and strongest center in recent memory, could challenge this norm. Should he struggle in the NBA, it might set a precedent among talent evaluators that being too enormous can be a disadvantage in today's game. As one scouting director noted, it could be just like taking a 6-foot point guard. You always hear people say, that's too small. Is it gonna reach a point where they say, man, he's just too big? If size is a concern for small players, it might be a concern for those who are too large. This is certainly not the legacy Edey aims to leave. He's eager to prove this potential theory wrong. Despite his collegiate success, there is still no clear indication of which team will take a chance on him. Edey is looking for an opportunity to showcase that his size can be an asset, rather than a hindrance in the modern NBA. So will Zach Edey become a top draft pick, or will he be viewed as a relic of a bygone era and ultimately a bust? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to NBA Swish for more videos just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.